5:30 in the morning. And the sun's already beat me to the punch. Morning after morning. Just a losing battle against that sun. The bees will be up and flying already. I have, how many do I have? 300, 400, 500 hives I have to get moved out into place. The honey flow is hit. We don't quite, well no, we do have one canola field in bloom. And those bees are packing in honey. So we have to get those excluders put in. But the rest of the canola stage, probably 10 days. We're good on that. Just we have a clover flow. And with a little bit of rain, it is flowing. Alfalfa. We're putting boxes out. We're moving ahead into a honey flow. So I have to get these colonies into position. These are the nukes. Well, not the nukes. They are nukes. But they're my packages because I bought them late enough that they are nukes. So I need to get them into place so that we can box them up in about 10 days to 2 weeks when I'm at the lake. Waterproof shoes. There is a heavy dew this morning. Crop is looking absolutely fantastic. Almost need rubber boots out here. No complaints. Look at these pants. You know, I forget to eat. I get so busy. And I just, eating is the last thing on my mind. Oddly enough. These are the New Zealand packages that I put in. And we are picking them up all the way down along the field edge. Nicely set out. These colonies are ready to bring in honey already, for the most part. Turning that into brood. There's 6, 6 frames of bees there. They've got a little bit of time yet. Yeah, they're working on the 2 foundations I put in here. So that side and that side's drawn out. So my idea is when I put the excluder on in honey box, they're going to drive this nest, you know, on either side of that foundation, straight up into the honey box. And then as they work through it the summer, you know, they'll work side to side down below there as the queen demands it. That's my plan anyways. I want to get them up into the honey super as quickly as I can. For one thing, to relieve that brood chamber of summer honey to make better winter stores, right? And to give me more honey crop for more money. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 frames of bees. They've worked through that foundation there. Off center a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so they're working on that side of the foundation. And then working on this side of the foundation. When I put the honey box, they should go straight up. And hopefully get the same type of production off these single units as I will on my nukes, my 6-frame nukes, where they don't have a choice to go sideways before they go up. They go straight up. So I'm just trying to steer these singles the same way, straight up. And we'll see if that works. Once they get their mind focused on that honey crop, they'll start bringing in resource. And I do not want them to plug out that nest. I want them to take it straight up. More money for me. You can tell Jacob I will buy his queens again. Fantastic. Very consistent. Carries out putting the last of the honey boxes on the medium-sized colonies. So now we are roughly 75% boxed up. These medium-sized colonies we put in excluders. So all that work's done. Now this following week we're going to work through and shake the bees down in the bigger colonies, and I think roughly 1/3, you know, around that 30 to 40% of the yards are boxed up that need to be shaken down into that single. So we're going to do that next week because we have flow coming in. Just the odd canola field, but for the most part we're late. We're about 10 days away. Everything's staged a bit later because this has been a late spring for the bees and for the farm in general. And the clover. This is a clover year. It's hit like a sledgehammer. These bees are bringing in nectar, shaking. So we got to get these excluders in before we start shaking too much nectar or too heavy of frames. This is going to be a pain in the ass. But anyway, it carries out dropping some boxes on, and I slipped over to the BC bees. Just working through for my queen check. What I'm doing, so far I've only had one queen not catch, and spectacular looking nests. You know, that's 2.5 pounds of bees. That's what 2.5 pounds of bees look like. What I'm going through the colonies for is because I'm cutting these supersedure cups out, and every once in a while it's a supersedure cell. And these packages will tend to do that for some reason. It must be because they've been through a lot of trauma and dumped into the box, the queen's in there, and there's no brood going on as she starts to brood, and they blame the queen and want to replace her. So I just cut those down to give her a chance because it's not her fault. Next time around, if they do it again, it's her fault. She will be replaced naturally. Most of them are cups. I'm just cutting the cups because I don't know if there's a I'm not paying attention for eggs or anything like that, and that's just what I'm doing. See a cell, see a cup, automatic strike. So someone asked me about that, and that's what the intention is there. These colonies are 10 days in from when I released the queen. Drawing good on that side. There she is. This is a Jacob Ackerman queen. Just love this guy's queens. Where are you going? I'll show you. They're very consistent. They perform well. Where is she? There you are. Come on. My fingers are way too clumsy. I'm not very graceful at doing that. Oh, shook nectar from that. Look at the mess they made there. It's probably because the foundation wasn't waxed enough. We have nectar coming in. So hopefully they straighten this out. Let's take a peek at the nest. So these patties have been on for about 5 days, half done. There's a demand on protein because they are brooding. Cups, cups, cups. A little bit of brood on that side. Beautiful nest of brood on this side. Look at that. Nectar throughout. So I'm going to have, in a week, I'm going to have 3 frames of capped brood from these colonies. And when they emerge, they're going to start emerging when I'm at the lake. So I'm going to send Carrie around, and just as we're seeing the emergence of young bees, that is when I'm going to, oh, the smoke is terrible. Let me just, we don't need smoke. So just as we start seeing the emergence of the young bees and these nests start to populate, we're going to put excluders on, and we're going to drop honey boxes up on top. It's right full of young larvae. And right at that time, they're going to be packing in the nectar. The field force is going to hit the field, and we will have space for them. So Carrie will have 1 super up on top of these 3s, like 1 box and 1 box, so 2 honey boxes over 3. The bees will mingle as they bring in the honey. Just a cup. That is right full of larvae. This queen has been busy. Then when I get back from the lake, as I grouch around because I haven't been working for a week, it's probably first job will be putting another box on all of these nukes. Well, we'll assess them first. She should be on this frame. No, I missed her. It's kind of overcast. That'll be my excuse. It is slow work. Well, actually, it's not slow work. It's pretty quick work, but I'm just pissing around here, so I should maybe put it in high gear, but I only have 35 more to go. Throughout this past spring, I've been making a lot of unusual decisions, working way out of my norms. And I won't say that I've made all the right decisions, but I will say that I have made a lot of correct decisions. These bees were one of those decisions. Bringing in the packages earlier. The decision that I should have made was I had a chance at 200 packages. It was end of April. That is when I need to be buying packages, not the end of May, not the first week of June. But I thought I had bees at that time, so I was looking at my honeybee stock and I was counting my inventory, and I didn't have enough boxes at that time. Past 3 weeks, and all of a sudden I don't have enough bees to fill all the boxes. It just caught me completely off guard. So I started buying packages, got my hands on absolutely everything I could have got my hands onto. What a beautiful brood nest. What is this? This is another Jacob Ackerman queen, just right full. Right full. Because the crop is a little bit late, I think I might actually have things timed pretty close. We'll see how things shake out. Oh, it just puts me in such a good mood. Went out to BC and bought these bees, which is an absolute, like, who does that? Drive out to BC, fill an SUV up with 100 packages, drive back. The hottest, it was probably the hottest day of the entire spring is when I was driving back with 100 packages within my SUV. The timing couldn't be worse. But I got through. We got them back into the colonies, and I wish I could have seen them in the boxes here as I was driving them, because that was quite the stressful drive for me. Because fast forward 3 weeks, I'm going to have honey stored in the honey boxes here already. My projection is, mark my words, I shouldn't be counting my chickens before they hatch, but I'm going to have 3 on through the main flow, pull the 3, add another 2. Like, it's going to be 2 stacks, so there'll be 6 boxes in total. Pull those away, harvest them, add another 2, and hopefully get those extra 4. So it'll be 10 boxes pulled off these 3 nukes. Maybe pulled off canola, then finished off with sunflower. So at roughly 35 pounds per box, that's going to be over 100 pounds per colony here. Let's say 110 pounds or something like that, if it works out. At 275, I made money. Not only have I filled my boxes, and this all has to play out yet, but this is the math and this is the budget that I've been doing over the last little while. Not only will I have covered the equipment, filled the boxes, replenished my stock, but I'm going to be making money to boot.